After the age of 45, the human body is like a machine that has been running steadily for many decades, beginning to send small signals indicating the inevitable changes of time. Perhaps before, a slight adjustment in diet was enough to bring weight back to a stable level. But now, everything has become much more difficult. The waistline grows larger, morning energy seems to deplete faster, and health indicators such as blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar start to demand your attention. In this context, many people turn to new methods to maintain their health and figure. One of the most prominent trends frequently mentioned nowadays is intermittent fasting, also known as IF. So what is intermittent fasting? Is it truly a miraculous method that helps middle-aged people regain vitality? Or is it just a passing trend with many potential risks? Let's explore more about IF, its mechanism, benefits, risks, and how to safely apply it for people over 45. Intermittent fasting is not a rigid diet plan, nor does it require you to completely eliminate your favorite foods. The key point here is the timing of eating, not the food you eat. This means you only need to change your eating window instead of forcing yourself into strict diet portions. There are many popular types of intermittent fasting, suitable for different body types and lifestyles. The most popular method is 16.8, which means fasting continuously for 16 hours and only eating during the remaining 8 hours each day. For example, you would have your first meal at 12 noon, finish your last meal by 8 p.m., and then shut down your digestive system until noon the next day. The second method is 5.2. You eat normally for 5 days a week and only consume 500-600 kcals on the other 2 days. Some people are more strict and choose OMAD, which means eating only one main meal per day, or alternate day fasting, eating one day, fasting the next, alternately. Regardless of the method you choose, the important thing is to listen to your body's reactions and proceed step by step, absolutely avoiding extremes. So why does intermittent fasting have so many positive effects on health? When you do not consume food for a long period, blood insulin levels drop, forcing the body to switch to using energy from stored fat. This helps the fat-burning process become more intense, especially in the abdominal area, where excess fat tends to accumulate after middle age. Not only that, IF also stimulates the production of growth hormone, HGH, which helps maintain and develop lean muscle mass. Another extremely important process that is activated is autophagy, the process of cellular self-cleaning. Thanks to autophagy, old, weak, and damaged cells are eliminated, making way for newer, healthier cells, which helps slow down the body's natural aging process. At the same time, intermittent fasting also improves insulin sensitivity, supports blood sugar control, and reduces oxidative stress and chronic inflammation, key factors that cause many dangerous diseases in middle age. For people over 45 years old, intermittent fasting offers many notable benefits. Firstly, it naturally supports weight loss. During the perimenopausal and menopausal stages, women often face abdominal fat accumulation due to hormonal fluctuations. Intermittent fasting helps the body burn fat more effectively without having to go through harsh dieting phases, which are difficult to maintain long-term and can easily cause muscle loss. Secondly, IF improves the metabolic process. As age increases, the body gradually loses its ability to metabolize optimally, making blood sugar control more difficult. Intermittent fasting helps stabilize blood sugar levels and reduces the risk of insulin resistance, one of the causes leading to type 2 diabetes. Third, IF can improve cardiovascular health. Many studies show that people who practice intermittent fasting tend to reduce bad LDL cholesterol, slightly lower blood pressure, and decrease triglycerides, 3 key factors that increase the risk of stroke and cardiovascular diseases. Wednesday, IF is good for brain function. Producing more BDNF, a brain-derived neurotrophic factor, helps nerve cells develop, enhances memory and concentration, and reduces the risk of neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. Finally, by promoting autophagy, intermittent fasting, IF, contributes to extending lifespan and slowing down aging. The process of removing old cells and regenerating new tissues is one of the factors highly valued by many scientists in maintaining the body's youthfulness and resilience in the long term. However, any method carries certain risks and side effects, especially for middle-aged people whose health is no longer at its optimal state. Fasting for too long or not getting enough energy can cause hypoglycemia, dizziness, weakness, making you feel ravenously hungry, shaky hands, cold sweats, and even fatigue, difficulty concentrating, or irritability. Some people may experience digestive problems such as bloating, acid reflux, constipation, or diarrhea because their bodies have not yet adapted to the new eating habits. Fasting incorrectly can also cause stress, sleep disorders, making it difficult for you to fall into deep sleep or waking up in the middle of the night due to hunger. For those who have stomach diseases, type 1 diabetes, chronic hypoglycemia, eating disorders, gastric and duodenal ulcers, pregnant or breastfeeding women, or people taking medication that needs to be taken with meals, absolutely should not apply IF without a doctor's approval. If you are healthy and do not have any special medical conditions, you can consider starting intermittent fasting, IF, safely with small steps. Try starting with a 12-12 or 14-10 pattern, for example, having breakfast at 8 a.m. and finishing dinner by 8 p.m., fasting for 12 hours overnight. After 1 to 2 weeks, if you feel okay, you can switch to 16.8. Remember, the important thing is patience and listening to your body. Everyone adapts differently. During eating windows, choose nutrient-rich foods. Prioritize green vegetables, fresh fruits, lean protein from fish, eggs, chicken breast, or tofu, whole grains, and healthy fats from olive oil, avocado, and nuts. Absolutely do not use intermittent fasting as an excuse to binge, eating foods high in sugar and fat during the allowed eating period. Drinking enough water is essential, at least 2 liters per day. You can use herbal tea, filtered water, or diluted lemon water during fasting, but you should avoid soft drinks and alcohol to not undermine the effectiveness. Combining light exercise such as walking, yoga, and stretching will also help enhance the results and help the body adapt better, but avoid high-intensity workouts during fasting. The most important thing is to listen to your body. If signs such as exhaustion, excessive hunger, or prolonged insomnia appear, stop, adjust, or switch to a more suitable method. Don't force yourself to follow a standard schedule if your body is not comfortable with it. Some common questions that many people are interested in about IF are also worth noting. For example, does intermittent fasting cause muscle loss? The answer is no, as long as you consume enough protein during eating windows and maintain proper exercise. In fact, IF can help preserve muscle mass better compared to traditional diets that often cause muscle loss. You can drink black coffee during fasting periods as long as you don't add sugar or milk. Coffee helps reduce hunger and supports fat burning. If you feel excessively hungry, shaky hands, or lack of focus, have a light snack to recover. Never force yourself to endure it. Finally, the biggest question: should intermittent fasting be applied after the age of 45? The answer is yes, but with conditions. If you have stable health, no special medical conditions, know how to choose healthy foods, listen to your body, and adjust flexibly. Intermittent fasting can be a great tool to maintain your figure, improve cardiovascular health, control blood sugar, slow down the aging process, thereby enhancing the quality of life in middle age. However, do not blindly follow trends. Start slowly, observe every change in your body, and if necessary, consult a doctor or nutritionist before applying it long term. Everyone has a different starting point, and health is the most valuable asset that needs to be preserved intelligently and scientifically. If you have ever practiced intermittent fasting, please share your experience with everyone. Real stories, lessons learned, difficulties, and successes will be valuable sources of inspiration for the community, helping even more people find the right way to take care of themselves on the challenging yet very meaningful journey of middle age.